quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go!
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
First and 10, it's Pierce. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
To throw, Huntley. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Huntley to throw. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Go ultra.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa out to his left. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Here we go.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Ultra.
On second down, this is Edmonds. Oh, good move. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at second and long. Here's Huntley. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, so the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, back. Red, cycle. Flight 2.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Huntley. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 15 now. Tua, they're going deep for Hill. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Pierce now up the middle. Uses the stiff arm. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Huntley. His throw incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Pass knocked away by Javon Holland. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Huntley swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the return will stop right around the 25. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Come on, come on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
19 tight, 19 tight. Come back in, come back in.
Throwing again. Huntley. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Huntley. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Auden Tate, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Dolphins at 6-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body, because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Tyreek Hill taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to move back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Huntley delivers another one to Pierce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
He's going to let one fly for Tate. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around, or is he a guy that maybe...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Or can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he must be on the field at all times.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go. 50.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's the dump off to Pierce. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Huntley. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. A final shot before break. Huntley, he's going to let one fly for Tate. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Draw play, Edmonds. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ready, set.
On 2nd and 15 now. Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Another carry for Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Throwing on first down. Huntley. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. And they'll try to run the option here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Huntley. Over the middle, complete. That's Pierce. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Huntley. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Huntley. He's going to let one fly for Tate. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready up.
The Texans on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Huntley. That's complete to Pierce. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Huntley. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pierce. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Jack rep. Jack rep. Strike. Check. Strike. Set.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 85 yards. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Chest steal. Ultra. No ultra.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Black shot. Ultra.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Desmond King picks it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen. Not just
Smith, he's seen plenty of challenges in his time as a coach, and he's going to throw the red flag on this one. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. To throw again, Huntley. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley going for it all. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
On the set. On the ball.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Set. Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So